afternoon game.
Oh my goodness gracious! Has this been a
10-10 is better than
stressful deal?
10-0.
10-10's a lot better than 10-0. Would have liked the touchdown on that first drive. 14-10 would have been even more enjoyable right now. I'll tell you that much. Would have liked some points on that last drive by the Ravens there too. There's some signs of life though. We're starting to win a couple 1v1s in the trenches. Ravens defense is coming alive.
Yeah, the defense is coming alive. I guess that's what surprised me. And kudos to Arthur Smith and anybody who was responsible for some of the play calling or play execution, because that was my main takeaway pregame was the injury stuff just kind of trended towards Baltimore, really. I mean, anybody who's questionable or even marginal for the defense is like, oh, the Ravens defense, they're all playing. So what's the opposite of overtime? The first half is still going. Yeah, I know.
Is it really? I thought for sure they were going to run it out, no?
Yeah, it's well, now it's 4th and 31. They called a Baltimore penalty. I don't know. Will, how are you feeling from last night? People are asking. The people want to know.
Oh, because I was inebriated? Because sober January got driven off a cliff? Is that why people are asking?
It got driven off a cliff hard.
I was never really trying sober January, to be honest. But credit to those who do try. It's tough, this time of year, football going on. It's tough, man. I feel good. I didn't drink enough water yesterday. I could tell that this morning.
This guy's got it figured out. Probably got some dry dusted ribs. Personal foul on Dez. Dez caught it.
That was what the penalty was?
I guess. Is that the reason for the sunglasses? No, it's because he's in Southern California and it's gorgeous. What kind of tree is that behind you?
It's a plumeria. Have you ever heard of those?
No, I have now.
They make spectacularly beautiful flowers all summer long.
Here's another one. 4 sacks in the first half from the Titans. Which is
the Ravens
baffling. They went 3 weeks without a sack after they got one on Rivers and then went 3 weeks without a sack. Why isn't the first half over yet? Big tree words hurt my head right now. I have no idea what's going
on. Okay, so I guess speaking specifically to Pam's point, which is very good. Yeah, the Ravens offensive line is not playing well, but at the same time, like the Titans are playing up. Like the Titans defense is having a day, and Vrabel does this with he gets his guys, very very fired up for these big games. Obviously, like they didn't win. Coach. They didn't win in the playoffs. 2 rounds. They didn't go to Foxborough and beat Tom Brady last year by accident. Like he gets these guys fired up, and they play better than their talent level. In these big games. And this is one of those examples. I don't know that I love the offensive strategy from the Ravens so much. It's been a little bit frustrating to see them run pass, early down running where they're not getting any push. They're not getting any gap. They're not creating any gaps or space for Dobbins. Every Dobbins handoff so far has been kind of a wasted down. Lamar Jackson he's not necessarily feeling the pressure appropriately, which isn't helping also. I mean, the 50-yard touchdown run, obviously that looked close. That looked like it was going to be another sack until he turned it into something
It's halftime.
Awesome.
It's finally halftime. Yeah, and I did say some nice things about, I believe it was Tennessee's second drive, the touchdown drive. Was that their second drive? Either way, the one they scored on.
Yeah, that was their second drive.
I love the play calling on that, and then it seems like they reverted again. It's these teams find some things that work and then they revert. And the run pass, like, oh yeah, third and manageable is not what you want. You want first down on second. Like you don't want third downs at all. Third and manageable is way worse than just a straight up first down. I'm not sure why some of the play calling has reverted to things that haven't as worked as well. So I mean, both of these teams have been able to find receivers wide open, and I get that Lamar isn't as strong of a pocket passer as other quarterbacks, but he's still getting guys open. There's been a couple drops, but mostly the play sequencing is just crushed some of these drives. I mean, for both teams.
Yeah, no, for sure. I guess if you're Tennessee, do you adjust away from a Derrick Henry focused game plan?
Yeah, I mean with the current score, I'm not sure you adjust away from it, completely, he's still a weapon. It's not like those are all minus CPA plays, but I'm not sure it's your first down play every time like they've been doing. That seems like a bad idea right now with how the success they've had through the air, just with the receivers they have, the tight ends. Well, why aren't we seeing more first down passes on both sides? Both teams have good tight ends. I obviously take the Titans receivers over Baltimore's, but Baltimore has better coverage, so maybe that evens out. But these teams should be able to throw. That said, do we think we see more offensive success in the second half? Tannehill only has 100 yards passing. Lamar has, obviously
70, 80.
70, 80, somewhere in there.
And most of it was like a couple more on. There was one big pass to Hollywood Brown, and then the rest of it was just short stuff.
He has 79 yards passing. Tannehill has 100. Derrick Henry only 18 yards on 10 carries, which he has been stifled. It's one of those where I don't want to go back. If people remember Barry Sanders or even like Saquon at points, like it's one of those things
Boom or bust.
He's going to bust one. These things are going to happen. He's a good running back still. He's not going to have a 20 carries for 52 yard kind of game, but he is getting outrushed by, almost by Gus. Gus Edwards is 3 for 17. Lamar obviously has more. AJ Brown is still a goddamn man. Just a man.
He is. It's crazy.
Tough.
It's crazy. Yeah, he's so good, and it's wild too because coming into the season I had Marlon Humphrey rated top 3 CB in the league, and I know he hasn't had a great season. He's been dealing with injuries, etc. But AJ Brown just abused him on that drive. Refs letting him play a little bit. But that's okay. I think there's going to be more offense in the second half. I don't really want to get any more involved in this game from a financial standpoint, so I'll kind of let you drive the boat, I guess.
All right, so obviously the last drive had a weird first down, but they did try to throw it. But the first down before that, they had 2 first downs on the drive before that. Both were Derrick Henry runs for 1 yard combined. The field goal drive had 2 first down plays, both Derrick Henry left guard. So that's 4 in a row. And none of these, and as I'm saying, one of these is going to pop. It will, but it doesn't mean you need to run him on every first down. The drive before that, that ended in a touchdown, Derrick Henry, first down, right tackle, -3 yards. The first down before that, Derrick Henry, right guard, 1 yard. The first down before that, they did end up throwing, but the first down before that was another Derrick Henry run. They're very stuck in that mode right now, and I think Tennessee can play better. I think both of these offenses can play better. We're more used to seeing teams be able to move on this Tennessee defense. I'm not sure what needs to change for the Ravens for them to move on this Tennessee defense.
I don't actually think the Ravens match up well against these guys at all. They don't match up
well.
A
good passing game would be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And you don't have receivers that can create separation, and Lamar's doesn't have touch on his intermediate to deep ball. And I granted the one terrible pass by Lamar that was intercepted, an arm punt effectively. That was on Lamar. And he obviously has some nerves. Like he didn't look comfortable. He didn't look like confident in the first quarter of this game. He may have shaken that a little bit with the huge run. He may have shaken that a little bit with the deep pass connecting to Hollywood Brown. In fact, the fact that he would even attempt that pass is a good sign. Yep. We need more Andrews involvement, big time. Like he's their only dangerous weapon in the passing game. And to this point, he's only been targeted twice, and one of them was, both were well defended. I guess he's been targeted 3 times. There was the one along the sidelines that was 17-yard strike. The other 2 were really well defended. They need to figure out ways to get him, better looks in the passing game. Because that's the Titans defense, as good as their front 7 is playing up. They're having a great day. They still stink in coverage. This is one of the worst. This is the worst passing defense in the playoffs, and it's not close. So we just need to figure out a way that
that's what we got.
It's so basically it's well under the full game, full
Yeah,
game total.
about
from
5
pregame.
points under the full game. What did we close at? 52-ish? I didn't really pay attention to that total.
Oh, did it come down? I thought it saw 54. I wasn't really watching.
It got bet down right before the game. It got bet down like 2 points. I want to say 52.5. It's a big number. It's a big number. I think hitting that number would rely on Baltimore getting their offense going. So I'm almost tempted to just play Baltimore team total over.
Yeah, that's correlated for sure. Because you think Titans probably have 14 points in them, right?
I would think they could score 10 to 14. So you're looking, can Baltimore get, because implied here would be, like what, 14 to 11, something, 14.5 to 11.5, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So you're implying Baltimore. Ooh. Baltimore's team total is going to be kind of high.
Yeah, I don't think you can take that one.
I know we're stuck in this thing where we like the Ravens. We need the Ravens to win. And it's hard to bet against them, but man, to have a team total that high in the second half for a team that can't get their offense going, like, I'm not making this play, but if you took under 14 on the Ravens, I wouldn't blame you.
They've struggled in the red zone against this Titans team. Is that a matter of scheme, or is it just like eventually that'll regress positively?
Well, you did talk about how it matches up against this Tennessee defense. It's not a great matchup. Tennessee over 10.5 is a hedge.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Gostkowski on his one field goal attempt was on the nails. He really
looked good.
No problem at all from the kicking game. Really, the special teams from the Titans has done extremely well. The freaking punter has been having a fucking day. Yeah, I don't know. I think that I am genuinely concerned that the Ravens find a way to lose this game. They just don't match up well enough. Their offense against the Titans defense. Square peg round hole sitch.
I have the total down to 26 at some places.
Oh wow.
Again, not a big difference for me with 26.5. It would be nice to see the Ravens win, but yeah, I think I'm going to take some Tennessee team total over here.
Okay.
Oh, God, it's juice to the piss gills here.
It makes sense.
Can't we just have I'm not betting a -1.
So Tannehill is reading the defense well. He's picking his targets well. If they take a little bit of if they stop shooting themselves in the foot by early down rushing here, I think Tennessee is going to score. So I fully support Tennessee in the taking the points with Tennessee in the second half. Like the team total over or +3.
I found a 10 -25. There we go. Not sure what some of these books are doing here. All right, changing it.
What's the play?
Titans team total over 10.
Okay. That's pretty solid. So, the Ravens defense is, they're good, but they're not good enough to keep this Titans team under 20. The Titans have, second, third best offense in the NFL overall, and it's because Tannehill is very good. He's a good quarterback. He's playing, he's capable of putting together a solid half of football.
Oh, and here's another case. And be careful where you're betting this, because we have this conversation a lot with people who are betting into some of the legal books. The fact that, look at the wording. Some of your second half wagers are literally second half only. If
do not include overtime,
it doesn't count. So make sure you're reading the wording. But we do have a tie game.
What's the price on overtime? Yes, right now.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's probably in the live section at Chris.
Next score, safety, 5,800. That's kind of your hedge against overtime, right? Because that screws it up. I can look at the live. Let me dig around. You talk to the chat.
So the Ravens get the ball first. The Ravens get the ball first. I obviously a Ravens touchdown drive. I'm feeling like I'm definitely they're a much better team playing from ahead. There's no doubt. There's been a couple of third down obvious passing downs for the Titans where the Ravens have brought all the pressure, just blitzed their brains out, and they didn't get burned.
Overtime,
luckily.
Plus 726.
Is it 726? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bettable price. Pregame it was probably 18 to 1, 20 to 1, something like that.
Yeah.
and now it's tied, and we know this isn't going to be a runaway either way. I can.
I hope it is.
I
hope we lose this play, and I hope
overtime.
it's 25-0 Ravens second half.
That would be fine with me. I would be fine with that. Yeah, I would. I'm really hopeful that Lamar kind of has the butterflies are gone, and he is a little bit more crisp, a little bit more composed in the pocket in the second half. Takes a couple deep breaths. This is a defense they can move the ball on. They can move the ball on these guys through the air. They can. He needs to kind of, just relax a little bit, and I think he's going to be okay.
We've seen him play in big spots like this. The Poopy game, like he came out of that locker
the Browns
room.
Game, yeah.
I mean, that was an enormous game for playoff positioning and everything else, and he came out looked great again.
The last 5 games of the regular season were basically all playoff games. They could not afford to lose and be here, so the stakes have been high for them.
Yeah, and they were bad teams. They played some low competition in those spots, and that's fine. But they still needed to win those games. They needed to take care of business. They took care of business early. They just need to have some early down success, and that's going to come down to the play calling. And obviously execution is big. Lamar needs to make throws. Anders needs to catch them. We need a little more separation.
We need their offensive line to start winning 1v1s too.
Win
anytime
something in the trenches.
Anytime you guys want to start playing offensive line, you big boys out there. Anytime you want to start winning some matchups, go ahead. Go right ahead.
Titans are done. He tried to throw an Italian flag in there even.
Oh.
It just says
Francesco. Come on, man. Why are you trying to jinx my Ravens?
How about Anthony Firkser? 2 for 44. Look at him go.
I know. He had that one nice broken play.
Yeah.
The first play that they did where they converted that third down in the red zone to him was spectacular play calling. And, yeah, they you get a big body like A.J. Brown in front of him and kind of mow some space and give Firkser an easy catchable ball. He can be a good weapon. I haven't seen them use Jonnu Smith much. If there are 20 pass attempts by Ryan Tannehill in the second half, I'm losing all of my Ravens money. It's kind of up to them. I feel like. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, It's kind of up to the Titans. Did they make adjustments at halftime? Did you see the best this defense had in the first half? Right? Do they sputter a little if they give up a touchdown drive here? This drive kind of matters a lot. I really...
a market I found, and again, I wish to get the legal books here because there are some, they have their ups, they have their downs. There's a lot of them do limit you if you do anything good or win at props. But I looked at props and I got all excited because I found live second half player props at an offshore, which I won't even name right now. I don't want to embarrass them. You guys can guess, but it gave me Derrick Henry rushing yards for the second half. You want to guess the line, Drew?
I'm going to say under 69.
You're fucking wrong. It's a three-way market. Under 25, between 25 and 44, and 45 or more with a big hold. Like, embarrassing.
Wow.
Making that a three-way market is. I've never noticed those. I never scrolled down that far there, and maybe I did one time and I've blocked it out of my mind. Imagine making that a three-way market. That fucking sucks.
Okay. I got to go watch this game. We
can't do much of overtime. Drew is going to be dialed in on this game.
I'm going to be sick.
Lamar Jackson to Mark Andrews. There we go.
Yeah, 4 yards.
4 yards in the cloud.
I need to see
4 yards on
I
every
want to
play.
see. Yeah, I want to see these passes. I like a first down pass though. That's a good sign. All right, man. So. Good luck.
Also,
let's hit the music.
Get your hoodie.
Sign up.
WinBet. Live from the WinBet studios, Drew and Andy signing out.
Lamar Jackson, 10-yard rush. This is encouraging.
Go, Ravens, go.
I really didn't want to do this.
You can't live and die at every play, man. Go take a nap.